I started this drawing without anything in mind, as I often do, and just drafted out some circles with a compass and some other tools. I used a ruler, a pencil, and I used a couple of different pens here, bigger micron, and a gold and white uniball pen. I just discovered those, and they're just wonderful. A lot of coverage and very vibrant. So this began as a very carefully measured piece with a lot of symmetry, and just to avoid getting stuck in that rut, I started adding some organic shapes and breaking the pattern up a bit. And in doing that, it evolved into something else. And after drawing that little plume, I started thinking this could be a dream machine, and that little bit of smoky ether coming out of the center is that substance of dreams. So that is where the idea started to actually take root, and the theme evolved. If I find that if I start with a theme, sometimes in the beginning I put too much pressure on myself, and the image does not evolve organically. So in this case, I started thinking about my own dreams, and over the years they have evolved. They used to be so incredibly fantastic, when they were fantastic, when they weren't nightmares. Both my nightmares and my fantastic dreams were so real, so vivid. When I woke up, I was disoriented, and this would occur on most nights. But those days of flying in the clouds and seeing cartoon characters that I interacted with in my sleep, those days are gone. I still have some amazing dreams of giants and ogres and castles and strange creatures coming out of the roots of the ground, and but I also have my nightmares on occasion. But as an adult, I find I have more anxiety dreams than anything else rising up out of my subconscious. Ordering food in a diner and waiting for hours on end, nothing arrives. Once I remember eating a candy bar that had over 1 million calories and realizing in panic I wouldn't be able to eat for, gosh, I don't know, months, weeks, I'm not sure. 1 million calories is quite a few. So I also remember thinking about what happens when we learn the symbols of dreams. I'm not sure if I always put much stock into it. I'm not really sure about the history of dream interpretation. There are many different types of dream interpretation. There's psychological interpretations from different theorists. There's spiritual ones from different religious groups. But I do remember reading that dreaming about broken teeth indicates a fear of the future. And then I think I looked it up after dreaming about my teeth breaking and falling apart, probably 3 or 4 times. But once you know the meaning, does it still have the same meaning, or is that just your subconscious messing around with you when you're sleeping? I wonder that. I started drawing in this section here something that resembles brain matter. I thought of the dream machine, that central piece, as something that's sort of embedded in ourselves, and obviously not in a physical way, but just this sort of imaginary thing that connects us to that other realm, that other ether. I wonder, is it... I personally don't think it is just subconscious. I think it is something else. That's some other kind of a place. That's just not the same sort of place we're in now. You'll notice that the light changes pretty dramatically as I go through this drawing. I started in a daylight area, and life got in the way, of course, with many of its interruptions, and it was hard to keep the continuum and the momentum. I think this took me a total of 5 hours. So the light changed from day to night, and I worked on this over a course of, I think, 3 or 4 days. But I kept it in mind. I did not start any other pieces. Some people I know can work on multiple works of art at a time, but for me, I feel very dedicated to that one piece, and if I lose the connection to it by distracting myself, the flow is no longer natural. I try to think of it almost as a friend that I'm going to meet later that I can't wait to see, like a great book. So here I have changed my lighting greatly yet again. I started thinking of this almost as a film sequence, so you'll see I insert that kind of a look with these patterns I have here, these little clips of images. And I sometimes feel that dreams are very much the cinema of our minds. So we just occasionally get sort of bits and pieces. So it's like looking at a whole negative strip and trying to put a story together. We know we had a dream about something, and we know there's this niggling thing like we forgot something, but we just can't quite place where the details are, where things came from. But we know they happened, and they are there, and sometimes they'll come back in the most surprising of ways. So there it is, coming together. The eye, the moon, the stars, our REM, that rapid eye movement that indicates that special moment when it all begins. I wonder what it'd be like to be a sleep study scientist. Probably pretty fascinating work.